Hello, greetings, one and all. Thank you for joining us. He found something Christmas.
Trying to
Uh,
make it over before the building exploded, but
this is Tony, live from Laughing Pace HQ East, talking with Jeremiah, who's live at EPCOT's International Festival of the Holidays, presented by Advent Health 2025. Jeremiah, what's going on?
EPCOT International Festival Holidays presented by Advent Health 2025.
Got it.
Oh, okay. So today is the first day of the Festival Holidays, so that always means we're here and we're doing a live stream. This is Communicore Hall, for those of you who don't know. I guess I don't actually will have to go to the other place because everything's here. So first, let's start looking at the merchandise, shall we? I will say the EPCOT, the Figment stuff this year, like normally I'm like, no, I don't need anything. There's quite a few cute things.
So when I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a sweater on Figment, but earlier, if you've been following our social media handles, which you can see scrolling across the bottom, that is not the sweater Figment's wearing in the meet and greet.
Figment got something on his good sweater, so he's just wearing his other holiday sweater.
I see.
Eggnog. Here are the Spirit jersey for this year. Again, Figment. So don't need any ears at all. These are so soft and so cute. And they even say upside down festival holidays.
Good afternoon, Caleb. Thanks for joining us today. Fred just watched Wicked for Good, and I think it's great. So it's Wicked for Great.
Yes.
What about this blanket? How's this blanket?
Oh, this blanket is so nice. And it is the design on the sweater.
Nice.
It's really nice. The ornaments, cute. But really, because I need one more Figment doll.
Oh, there you go.
And the nice thing is it's more the medium-sized Figment doll than the smaller ones they've been putting out. And my favorite is they even put the zipper in the neck. It's not a real zipper, but it's stitched like it's supposed to be a zipper. But, it is a limited merchandise this year, which is fine. Pass holder shirts. And then really the only thing that I feel is kind of the most generic is the mug.
Okay.
And it says, 2025 Festival Holidays.
Now, it has gold
Figment
on the top?
Yeah.
Is it
it's
real
gold?
You put
it is real gold. Yeah, you can just please come scrape it off. Laughing Place does not endorse any of this. Santa Claus has moved over here to Communicore Hall. And he's had quite a line all morning long.
He's just kind of in the middle there. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. Compared to past years where he's been in the Odyssey, which I can understand him not being in the Odyssey because Santa Goofy's over there.
Even
in
he's
American Adventure.
Yeah. Visiting, I feel like he's kind of hidden. But yeah.
There's the gingerbread spaceship Earth that lights up every 10 minutes or so.
Now, how does this differ from the one last year?
I don't know why my gimbal just decided to. Yeah. Hopefully you don't get motion sickness. And we're down.
Vertical?
Stand by. I have no clue what just happened. None at all.
Hooray.
Yeah. This looks to be the exact same design as last year. Although the timing, because I remember last year, the original timer was like 25 minutes or half hour or something.
Yeah.
So they've changed it to every 10 minutes. We will have an article up shortly, or we have an article up that will include some of it. It's a small light performance. This is probably the shortest I've seen this line all day long. When I came in here before it opened, this line was out the door.
What is this?
This is for the prototype community cookies of tomorrow.
Ah,
It has the Spaceship Earth foil cookie. Yeah, it's one of those things that at some point
a
later
World
I'll have
Motion
pictures.
Wheel cookie, a Wonders of Life healthy cookie. No, I'm joking, but that'd be cool.
Made from all plants, yes.
That'd be the
So
land.
we've not gone into said land yet. I'm going to wait for the lights, and by lights I mean sun, to go down some so we can see the glistening greenhouse. Really surprised I said that properly. But we are going to make a sharp left and go check out the star of the day, Figment. So while we're walking, everybody tell us how your Thanksgiving was. Do anything fun? Get into fights with your family around the Thanksgiving night table?
Kevin says, good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Good afternoon to you, Kevin. Have you been on the ride yet today?
I know it was down when I was here earlier. It is up, but I know that won't be happening. Our stream does not survive inside that building.
Oh, I didn't mean like it's a stream, but just in general.
No, I wanted to earlier when I went and met Figment, but it was down, and now it looks like it's about a 25-minute wait. I know you can't hear, but
today.
It is. World Showcase was very busy earlier. I walked that, and all of the food booths are pretty busy. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because it is the Friday after Thanksgiving and everybody's here.
I just want to know if he's wearing the meet and greet sweater or the classic sweater that has been all over the merchandise. Because I know how the Disney merchandise pipeline works. And in most cases, you're planning stuff out 2 or 3 years ahead of time. So
I'm guessing he's still wearing the original. But again, we'll find that out in probably a little over an hour after we're done with this walk and talk.
Donna says regarding her Thanksgiving, we got together last weekend due to schedules and no fights. Yesterday was a day of relaxing football and TV movies. I have spent 6 hours a day yesterday watching that parade because I watched the live broadcast and then I watched the encore.
Over the past few days, I spent 4.5 hours watching a YouTube video. Well, it's been more than 4.5 because I broke
one that I've heard he got a lot of stuff wrong in. So,
I mean, I don't know what the argument point would be. The stuff that I was seeing, if you're wondering, we're talking about Defunct Land. They are very gracious to put our links in their video, so we can definitely talk about them in ours. There he is. Look at the star himself.
Donna points out she still enjoys the jumping waters, which we walked by on the way out, but we'll see them again as we leave the store. / post show / image work / character meet and greet / flex space / kids playground that uses the tubing as computer monitors.
I'm just gonna. It doesn't look like Figment is going off stage, but check out our socials. We have great videos of him arriving and departing and doing a little dance.
Fred asks, what was my favorite balloon in the parade? I'm partial to Buzz Lightyear because a friend of mine was the one piloting that balloon, like leading the team of everybody beneath Buzz.
It's like there's nobody in Buzz.
So that was cool. I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid one just always looks good coming down the street. And I want to be the guy who drives the stinky cheese car because it's just a little block that just cruises down the streets.
We'll go up and look at some of the jump in the water.
Fred. So apparently Disney announced that a new original animated movie is set to release in 2028. Typically they do one every year.
You said doo-doo.
Yes. He's hoping for a Mickey Mouse movie, considering that would be Mickey's 100th. I feel like if it was full length, we might have heard about it by now, but everything keeps tight-lipped. I know 2027 is Frozen 3. 2026 is Hexed. And further down the line, we don't know in terms of Walt Disney Animation Studios. Fred also points out his favorites were Spider-Man and Buzz Lightyear. Spider-Man as a balloon made me self-conscious about skipping leg day. So I was not too keen on Spider-Man.
Oh, here's the shot. There you go. Only the water jumped right there. There it is.
Donna, I recall seeing these jump for the first time way back in the day, 1984-ish, and they were so unique and fun. You know what's a fun fact, and I'm going to deem it fun myself because I am the judge and juror and executioner in this matter for fun facts today. Mark Fuller, who is the CEO of Wet Design, who did the Bellagio fountains in Vegas and did his internship at Walt Disney Imagineering, and that's where he perfected laminar flow with the leapfrog fountains for the Imagination Pavilion. So there you go.
I have a fun fact to go off of your fun fact. The nozzles that were purchased by, I don't know if it's the same company for World of Color, the Disney Live Entertainment, as soon as they bought the nozzles, they started doing the programming and everything to do. When the people that sold the nozzles came to see the tests of World of Color, Disney had done things with those nozzles that they didn't even know that they could do.
That is true. It was a different company.
Yeah.
It's not, but yeah, the one thing that Disney did is they programmed them like lighting on fountain, and now that has become the industry standard. But yes, that was nobody had ever seen them do it, and then that whole platform it sits on that can submerge and go up and down for maintenance doesn't exist in a lot of places. So
yeah, they have to drain everything, so most of it would be repaired.
I might be missing this Gordon Ramsay reference, but Kyle said when the movie comes out, Tony's going to buy a lot of merch. Call him Gordon Ramsay because he'll be hexed clad. I guess that's better than an idiot sandwich, so I'll take it. Oh, I am getting private messages, and it's a link to Gordon Ramsay's hex-clad cookware. Got it.
This walk and talk presented to you by.
I'll take it if it's this cookware here.
It's funny. I've walked all the park today, and I don't know if it's just gotten to the point where it's so normal to me, or if they have cut back so much where I kind of walk through. I'm like, there really isn't. There are a couple of Christmas things like this play area, which is funny enough, probably one of the most Christmas things. But when you get into World Showcase, a couple of small decorations and then the storytellers. But I feel like it's just not as Christmassy as it has been.
Do we think that'll come in the coming days?
No, they're pretty much done with everything. But oh, good! I did not get these, but the Cincy ornaments are back. So a Christmas cottage here, orange and raspberry, cloves and spice. The festive home smells oh so nice. And then you stick your nose down there and you spell it.
Wasn't there one last year that was pretty
Yes.
horrific? Okay.
Yes.
Is it back again this year?
It was the trees.
Okay.
The wintry aroma smells as clear as a bell, vanilla and pear, and of course, caramel. That's
the seaside town in California.
Yeah. That one is very easy on the nose. Yeah, it was this one over here. Nothing compares to a ride in a sleigh, a pine scented in to a wintry day. Well, it's not as strong as it has been.
Kyle said, "Oh, hey, a girl I knew from high school, but I haven't talked to in 20 years, just messaged me about these ornaments and said to let her know if you wanted to place an order." That was after he put in a subtle reminder for later tonight to stay tuned to the Laughing Place YouTube channel, where we'll have footage from the great glimmering greenhouses of the Land Pavilion by saying great glimmering greenhouses, Batchman.
Isn't it glistening greenhouses?
I sure.
No,
all I know is the longest wait you'll ever see for that ride is during that.
Yes. Well, specifically today.
Yes.
Because, I mean, this weekend will be busy, but today is everybody's here.
I think you and I know something that will also keep people coming to EPCOT this weekend if they can get in. And it's at some of the stores, I believe, probably ones that you're coming up on. A special new shirt.
We have photos in the to-do if you want to show that. It is not in this one. I can never tell which one's which. This is Port of Entry, so it's in World Traveler. And they also have some really cool ornaments too. But newsflash, they have, I don't want to say a ton, but they have a ton of each of the sizes. And to me, it looks like it's just a padded t-shirt the way it comes across.
Right. Yeah. I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's going to be textured, but it's not. It's just the print. We're talking about our new Roosevelt shirt that has the Spaceship Earth triangle pattern. And I said triangle weird. The Spaceship Earth triangle weird. And then all the different Mickeys from Around World Showcase.
And that price is $75. And it is limit 2 per person. See, now that I've said about my Christmas feel, I'm going to do some pointing out. Like, this is Canada. Really? That's all the real decorations are. There's some poinsettias out. That maple popcorn is the smell that nightmares are made out of.
I kind of like it.
I have no problem with it. It's just, it hits that point where it is the only smell in a mile. And it's just overwhelming. But yeah, walking through, I mean, yes, I'm on the outskirts. They have some lights in the bushes, but yeah, to me, it's just, it feels like they've kind of just scaled back a little bit on the Christmas stuff. I could be completely wrong. It could be the exact same from the past 5 years, but.
I don't know if he's talking about the shirts, but Kyle said metric or standard ton.
Imperial, yes. The Canadian holiday Voyagers, always a fun show if you're over here definitely a rockin' show.
The other night, a friend of mine came over, and we were hanging art, and we used a Pez dispenser to like put the gaps between the art as we were hanging on the walls. And yeah, he's from South America originally, and he just goes, "You guys will use anything other than the metric system." So,
Yep. I know that you may have just caught the tail end of, hey, we're going to teach you the metric system, but I can remember them trying to teach that to me in school and going, why do I have to learn two different systems?
there were attempts, but I feel like it was halfway during my education that it kind of gave up, because by the time I got to high school, where it was like would really get drilled in, it didn't really exist. So, but
I know we're walking
when I took physics, we did have to convert so much. But yeah,
we're walking into the sun, but this is the busy area coming up.
it always is.
Yeah. And I can hear the band in the background, so we're definitely not going to walk back that way. But here they have Father Christmas telling the stories. That is one of my, I wish I could share this with you because it's having wonderful Christmas time song, which grates on me like almost no other Christmas song.
Real quick, that's the shirt we were talking about earlier. Sorry, it took a little delay to get that up, but there it is. Eric Kane said, Corinne says, hi, Mr. Jeremiah.
Hello, Eric and Corinne. I've known Eric most of my life. So yeah, send him apologies for that.
And then Peter says, hello. Hi, Peter. I just realized we didn't see the Christmas tree because you walked by the old Starbucks, which is an ice cream place now.
Yes. No, I definitely realized that. So we'll see if we make it all the way around. See if we catch any of the storytellers on the way. We do have a video of the newest storyteller in Germany with some marionettes. So that should be up sometime today for you all to watch. And if you want to see any of the other storytellers, we have them from the past few years, probably 2 or 3 times over. So
Kyle says, that shirt looks like seersucker, but it's just the design. Speaking of seeing things from the same years 2 or 3 times over, you could probably also see a lot of the Voices of Liberty doing holiday hits.
I don't know if we have a full show of it. I know I enjoyed them earlier, and just for Kyle, we tweeted out the finale of their show, even though I had a 3.5-minute clip and a 2.5-minute clip, and then I decided that Kyle doesn't have to watch our videos on Twitter. But
a little inside LP. I like that happened after you told Kyle you weren't going to get video.
no, I said he wouldn't have to watch it.
Oh, I see. There's the asterisk. You heard it here first, folks.
I did not put it in so we have to upload it or anything. I just, it is part of the Festival of the Holidays.
Donna said, thank you from all of us who can't make it to Florida for the holidays. Are Christmas decorations over by Ratatouille looking a little flat?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll walk over this way because.
Okay. I'm also alluding to the fact that Ratatouille is 2D now, isn't it not?
It is.
The groan of I should have seen it coming. Oh, this is also a storyteller, I believe.
Yes, but we're going to try to do the trick of changing the recording. Let's see.
I mean, joyous Christmas!
He's actually pretty clear if there's no
You
music.
might say Merry Christmas, huh? Joyous. Button. Let me ask. Do you know who I am? Oh, she's well. I am the good spirit of the season. I should really see all of you in such good spirit. Brenda, there's a question for you. Have any of you, get you something? Have you ever written a letter to my friend from every report? Something can it be too?
I have, right? We have.
I have once.
That's true. You have not.
Two letters to me down the web. And pictures of two glass on the other one. The French government pays the postage on my reply. Not bad, eh? So many letters. I would like to share with you one of my favorites. It comes to me from a lovely little girl named Bobby. All down to me and her brother's friends was Francois on a farm near Les Bois in the mountains of Provence. And it's everything in flavor of the holiday season.
Oh, no, it's not. I can't. I just.
Yeah, tell Noel. Even though my big brother Francois says Christmas is for babies, I look forward to having able to tease you and a visit from you. The watch night or the watch night, Christmas Eve and the watch night. The watch night is a magical evening when my family and I sit in front of the fire, sipping outsider, and Uncle Louis tells his story of the birth of the baby Jesus. He was going to say a brother teases her about babies. He does not believe in Christmas.
Uh-uh.
He does not believe in Père Noël. Listen, the passes the magic of the watch night. Of the fragile beauty, a child's face. Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Alors, it's Christmas still several days away. Uncle Louis secretly decorated the tree. And Francois, about to set up the crash. You know this called crash? The nativity scene. One of the most important symbols of Christmas to refresh, even though it was invented by an Italian. The summer season is okay too. Now, you know the figures of the wind really clap, yes? Percent. The wise men, the little grown-up boys. And where Babette comes from in Provence, the statues were made for the nativity also include people from your village. Yeah, the baker, the priest, little figures made out of clay called stroll that mean little saints. And that it was for Christmas last year, if she would get yet another Santa who would live in the nativity scene as if it too was going to worship the baby here. That's custom, no? Last year, that was finally urging up to go to midnight mass with Uncle Louis up there saying beautiful. As Uncle Louis carried a newborn lamb to the place to symbolize the love of God. And then when he car, we're about to pull around the church for everyone to see with shepherds playing flutes and drums. And after the mass, they go on. It was watching the big supper. Way sweet at Christmas time. Way sweet all the time. Madame, we want to piece of last year. They got every year. But the cheer was cute. I said, this was mine. Oh,
Yeah.
very fancy, no? Cheese. And for dessert, they are pushed in the wind and cake shit like a unicorn. What's that? Oh, babe, if you look at sometime, if you baby face, you can cry. Et enfin, the last she does before she goes to bed is to set out her shoes for me to fill with treats and goodies. See about those little if you wish.
Oi, oi, oi.
This is the shoe I find near the fireplace with her name on it.
Oh,
This is the best shoe. She's a girl, girl. A beautiful. Next morning, Christmas.
Okay, let's keep moving along.
And away
If you
we
want to
go.
hear the rest of that story, again, check Laughing Places YouTube.
My favorite one, it used to be, I know they've changed it since, but it used to be the Norway, the
Barn
barn
Santa.
Santa that would do the boop. And although
Yes.
that got annoying at times, but it was still fun.
I can remember the first year they did that, and yes, it was the boop got very long in the tooth. They trimmed it down. I want to say it was 2 years ago. We'll see if we can make it over there in time. But the building, or not building, they've constructed a permanent drink cart out front of where that area was. So they've kind of moved the barn Santa story off to the side. But apparently it should be hopefully before the end of the season back to normal. I enjoyed
a little bit of the magic breaking. I remember one time I saw the barn Santa. This is like 09, right? The barn Santa in Norway doing the boops. And then in 2010, I went to the opening of Potterland at Universal's Islands of Adventure. And barn Santa was also working in Oliver's wand shop, or Ollivander's wand shop. So
how dare you? We are two separate magical creatures. I enjoy the Hanukkah story. That it used to kind of be, more of the traditional, but then they brought in a guy who plays the guitar and it sings more of the songs. So the energy definitely ramped up. It should be time for some of these to start being overhauled. I feel like a lot of them have been around for the normal amount of years.
I would say at least my college program, which was almost 20 years ago. So, oof, that one hurts a little. Real quick, Fred wants to know, what's the temperature over there? Fred, I am looking at a clock that says 62 for the temperature outside underneath the actual time, which is 3:35 Eastern. So I knew I said clock, but it also has the temperature on it. But yes, 62. Jeremiah, does it feel like 62?
Really depends on if I'm in the shade or if I'm in the sun. Like staying there listening to Pierre Noel, it was in the shade, so I'd say 60 possibly, like definitely cooler. But then there have been spots where I've been standing in the sun, and I currently have a sweatshirt on, and I've taken my sweatshirt off a couple of times.
What does Père Noël translate to?
Father Christmas.
Oh, I thought it meant Fruity Anna Kendrick movie. You're welcome, everybody.
Kyle, can you come in and take over? So we're coming up to the holiday festival booth, which everyone's favorite not scary festival booth is the first one you come across.
So I'm assuming that's sarcasm. Ah, yes, there it is. Now, which one of those looks like George's mom?
Costanza?
Yep. It's a full episode.
And then, of course, Linda Rick, the designer, doll maker, she's here signing also. This is the Precious Moments dolls for you fans. And some of them are absolutely beautiful, but I'll pass.
Keeping the Seinfeld reference going, Kyle says, do they sell barbecue sauce too? They should have, outside of the Old Wonders of Life show Cranium Command that had Charles Grodin in it. So that would have been cool.
Welcome to
I might be mixing episodes.
Seinfeld Talk, the timely version.
What's going on in Japan for Christmas? Anything good?
There's a giant poinsettia tree.
Mm.
There's the normal food booth. And then I don't want to say it. I know what's going to come next. There's the Dharma stories. So the Dharma vendor.
Are we talking about Lost or of and Greg fame?
Lost.
Okay.
I know if Juby was doing this with me, it would have gone down that rabbit hole until I made it to Norway.
Nah.
A lot of people did come in their Figment sweatshirts or sweaters from last year, which I have heard reports that the material is different this year for it. And they even have on the small patch at the bottom, it says EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays 2025. For last year said same thing, but 24.
Did you feel both of them? Have you felt both of them?
I've not felt the one from last year since I bought it, and never. I think I finally hung it up a few months ago. This year's, it wasn't. Nobody had pointed that out to me before I took the picture. Somebody said it after, so now I'm like, oh, well, there's another festival booth up here, so I can check it out. People are already in line for the dinner package for the candlelight processional, which is at 5 o'clock.
Who's narrating?
Constance.
Luckily, I know it's Constance Wu. So
yes, I looked right over and I could see it. In case you need your Sunglass Hut Christmas merch. I do not know what Constance.
Sales?
I know.
Oh, okay.
I do not know what Constance Wu has done or has been in.
Fresh off the boat on ABC. I believe she was in Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, this is sweater like where I think last year's kind of felt more like a plain, like almost Spirit jersey. This one definitely feels more sweater like.
Because I remember the first year they had it, I felt it, and it felt like almost like the custom printed socks, but in sweater form.
That was last year.
Okay.
So it looks like I need to buy another sweater that I won't wear ever.
If it makes you feel any better, I have a knit Wally Christmas sweater that gets worn once, at best twice, since I got it, and that was almost 8 years ago. 8 years ago now. So yeah, not really a sweater climate here.
No, the fact that I have a hoodie on right now says something. Wow. Okay. Candlelight
Ball with the
is
ba, the bang, the bang.
very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I wouldn't be in line if it was somebody that I knew and was going to be around.
Who are you making it a point to see this year?
Probably because of my friends that are in town, Susan Egan, because I haven't seen her enough in the past few months. But Susan Egan's one. Brendan Fraser, I enjoy. He's not like a must see. Neil Patrick Harris, I feel like was always I have to go see him when he's here.
Can he do something besides the magic band tapping on the desk stroke on the podium?
He hasn't done that I recall.
Oh, really?
In a while.
I remember the first year that like magic bands were a thing he did
Yeah.
it, and then I've always seen footage every year since saying like, oh my God, he's so funny. I'm like, he did that last year and the year before and the year before that.
Well, he does six shows, so has to come up with some material for you.
Do a little crowd work. Candlelight processional with crowd work. That would just completely enhance the experience.
So yeah, we are definitely running into the more crowded area of the World Showcase.
The thing with EPCOT festivals is they're always, as the evening progresses, whereas other parks might thin out, the evening when it's festival time at Epcot, which is most of the year now, let's be real, the evenings progressively get busier, especially on the weekends.
Yes.
in World Showcase anyway.
No, come on. We all remember the After 4 Epcot pass.
I think about that often.
Boy!
I understand why it doesn't exist now, but if it did now, how much worse it would be.
No, it is bad enough. Like when I had to run over here in the evening for something, and you know they close down to like 2 toll booths when you're coming in, and the line is backed up, you know, all the way onto the off ramp.
And hot take, I partially blame Pleasure Island being closed. Mostly because cast members who would go there of a certain age now go to Epcot.
Yes.
And then the younger ones see that happening, so they go, I'll do it too. So there's a good chance if you go as a guest, you're surrounded by 30% cast members in the evening.
Especially since they can come over here and park hop at times.
Yep.
Yeah, back to the temperature. I've been walking in the sun and my black hoodie is getting very warm right now.
So if you take a step to the right and sit in the shade for 10 seconds, do you think you'll cool down pretty quick?
Yes, I just, with the building blocking some of it, I was like, that feels much better. Again, here is the Germany where the storyteller is, which please, everybody, once that video comes up, you must go watch it. I had to
give us a 180 character social reaction of the new Germany show.
No.
Okay.
You have to see it on your own.
Nice.
It is something I worked on to make sure it could be shared. So go watch it. That can also be translated to, I had to see it, so do you.
What's there on the left?
Nutcrackers. And then on this side, we have the natural jewelry. And then, of course, the wood carver.
When was the last time the old map, the rolled paper thing was there? Do you remember that?
Oh, geez.
I just thought of that.
I don't remember the last time. I mean, that would be something fun to bring back.
Was that pre-COVID?
I think so. I don't think, over here after COVID, it's pretty much just been the carver
Yeah.
and the face painting. And then every now and then they'd roll out the soccer ball, but with the actual building being closed. Here's an annoyance that I know you feel the same. I was behind a family that had the Drinking Around the World shirts on,
Uh-huh.
and they made their own box for Africa.
I
I
mean,
wanted to go.
yeah.
Did you guys go to Animal Kingdom? Was that one?
Did it say Africa or did it say Equatorial Africa?
Oh, no, it said Africa. They got a Sharpie and wrote it on there, then put a check in there.
Pre-COVID, when that store was open, I knew a cast member who was working there. And I went up and I said something about that being Equatorial Africa. And she goes, no, it's the Outpost. I said, no, kind of. And then it got to a point where a coordinator thought there was like a genuine I'm inside talking. I'm sorry. Coordinator's kind of like a mid-level leader type manager-ish position. And they came up thinking there was a genuine dispute. And then he tried to shoot me down that there was never going to be an Africa pavilion. And I was like, oh, buddy. Now it just escalated further.
Yes, there are at least 3 different versions of the EPCOT book that called out Equatorial Africa.
Uh-huh. I am literally looking at one right now on a shelf. I could pull it down and read a passage, but I'm not gonna.
Shanghai, very popular for their Christmas. This one always has one of the longest
on the
lines for the
menu?
food. Yeah, I cannot get over to their menu because it's buried in this
Yeah, that's
line.
crowded.
They don't even have the snowflakes out for Norway. I know that's become for Flower and Garden, but they used to put them out during the holidays too.
Kyle quoting the author of Roots, who was a consultant on the Equatorial Africa Pavilion in the original Epcot opening television special. Those of you who have insomnia and the Disney Channel era of the late 90s and early 2000s probably saw it at least once every 2 weeks on Walt Disney. But yes, saying, we'll see you in about a year, because that's what they told us back then.
So this is the spot I was mumbling through to try to describe earlier.
Got it.
So that grassy roof is the new drink cart that's a permanent, as opposed to the temporary one with a temporary hand wash station. So they finally just went through and pushed it back and built into that area. But we don't know how the stage that was in there, which was always one of the most awkward stages because it was kind of buried in between 2 land islands. So they've moved.
See, and here I thought we were gonna get the Robo Snowman.
So
Snowbot.
this small,
That's what I called it.
this
Snowbot.
small area will be where the barn Santa tells his story.
Ah,
So yes, incredibly small, and they definitely cannot have 2 different shows going at the same time.
what is going on over there?
It's the mariachi band doing their Christmas celebration.
Got it. And I make the joke, but the Olaf animatronic figure has only been announced for Paris and for Hong Kong, debuting early next year. Not at Epcot. None for you, Gretchen Wiener. Sorry, bye.
Nor for Tokyo.
That's also true, which I thought for sure.
Yeah. Well, Tokyo is going to get, the T100 version of him, not the T2 version of him. BDX is T1. Olaf is going to be T2. Olaf's going to bring Judgment Day on us all.
I mean, I called that in 2013, but yes.
Margarita line is actually kind of short, surprisingly.
Wasting away again in Margarita line.
Very nice. So
What
we're
is Mexico
proceeding.
Santa?
I don't speak Spanish that well. They used to tell the story of the Three Kings.
It was the Three
And now
Kings.
it's-
Okay.
Yeah, now it is the mariachi band talking about the holiday celebrations, including the hat dance and the mistletoe kiss.
And they bring out
They used to-
Miguel because you can't celebrate Christmas without hot cocoa. I'll be here all week.
Thank God it's Friday. I don't know if this booth is supposed to be open today or if it's one of those like, hey, it's going to come later in the season, which I really don't see it coming later in the season because this season is 1 month. This will be the shortest festival. Wow.
Runs till December 30th. So
Yeah. Fest of the Arts is usually a month and a week or two.
it's usually like 6 weeks, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred asks, have you ever gone Black Friday shopping? Sure have, and I have the scars to prove it. How about you, Jeremiah?
Yep. I've done Best Buy. I've done Old Navy. Yes. The nightmares are fresh in my head always.
When I was younger, my mother would go through and figure out what like the door gifts were at each one and like
Yep.
plan accordingly and had a whole like routine. And I went with her not only for bonding, but for protection, I guess, when as a 10-year-old, and also an extra set of hands so she could get the second gift. So
Yep. I can remember doing Old Navy and getting a digital camera. That's probably 3 megapixels, that all the cool kids are using nowadays.
Kyle, remember that time Guardians had a holiday song? And it wasn't like a real song, right? It was custom for the ride.
Yeah, it was a mix of a couple of songs. So let's wrap up here looking at the beautiful, not as busy Christmas tree. I feel like in the past, there used to be a lot more going on. They have the bulbs with the different country flags, and then they have the snow globes with the different pavilions, and then the bells, and then the illumination globe. But it just doesn't seem like as big as it used to be.
Sad.
And enough of me going, I want more Christmas, considering Christmas is not a holiday I'm all great about. But
well, going back to Fred Ramirez's comment about have you ever gone Black Friday shopping? We have a Black Friday special edition of Barely Necessities coming up at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern with Becca and Rebecca. That's just part of the mini programs that are live here at Laughing Place. So remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell to get notified whenever we do go live from EPCOT. So long, everybody.
Feliz Navidad.